All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Vinland Saga, Season 2, Episode 13.
All right.
The farm is in danger. Yeah, get back to the farmstead so we can defend it from Canute. No, not...
Run.
I don't know why I decided
I
to
have
do
no
that.
idea, yeah. But Kettle has been smuggled out with his sons by Leif and is looking for Thorfinn, and they have agreed to trade him for this work. Now, while they're getting smuggled, it is time that, Canute is not going to be able to catch up with them.
Right.
But...
So he's waiting for Loki.
But, yeah, if Canute ends up giving them a little bit of ample time, how will they decide to prepare for that? Will this be something that happens within, quick period of time, or will they be able to give themselves a little bit of, decisions to decide who stays, who runs, who
Who's
decides
able-bodied
to fight?
and can help fighting? Yeah.
Yep.
What
Who is
happens?
willing to fight?
What happens if Einar is one of those people that's going to be fighting? Will Thorfinn still want to leave?
A lot of things to decide there.
Yep.
So, yeah. Oh, without further ado, let's get into this. Looks like a happy farm. Getting burned.
Okay.
Could be a completely unrelated area.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Shit. I think this is completely unrelated. We've never
think
seen
so,
this,
too. Yeah.
this art in Kettle's place, at least as far as I can remember. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Someone's
Another
backstory. Okay, sir. Yeah. So a slave coming back to punish their old master or something, or
This almost looks like a dark future of Einar. They need this guy for the farm.
watch this be the story of Kettle's grandfather or something.
Sure. That's up to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
And he
I
just
love when
leaves the
Vinland
sword
Saga has in the
behind.
past done these cold standalone stories, that feel like they're not connected to anything, and then they at the very end show you how it's connected, and you go, oh,
Right, because this is a saga.
right.
Oh. Wait, is this maybe, Ernhide's father?
No, this is obviously Caleb's story from Critical Role Campaign 2.
Wait.
He just burned it.
No, but if that was the case, he would
Those are
have
his
left
parents,
the other. He would have left the lady
Oh,
inside.
new OP!
New OP!
Ooh.
It's okay, we did that first OP, but now we're going back to the traditional
rising,
Vinland
yeah.
Saga OPs,
Yep, Sarai said the prophet is back!
I'm so excited to see Yom's Vikings fight.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Not yet. Big decision.
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, she's just, really fucking attractive. That's all.
She just shouldn't be a slave.
Oh my god, a snake.
Oh no, it did. Is he okay?
Security. Yeah. Suddenly, no more hunger.
Yeah.
I just realized what my job is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh no, did he just fall? Oh no.
At the very least, if he does die here, that means he doesn't have to see the farm get, you know.
Hey, I think I was right. I think it might not have been the grandfather. I think it might have been Svirkel's backstory. Because either Svirkel is the old man that was like, I'll be your slave, maybe. Or he's the one that killed them.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. It just kept zooming out. I was like, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah.
And Circle's just like...
He probably has to be fed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
What's he pauses?
The cheeky delivery.
I could have you beat, motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a grody growl. And it's going to be coming off of this comedy. That he's a tough bugger.
Mm-hmm. Saying
He
nice
turns
things
over his
about
bed.
me. So what have you thought about the decision, Thorfinn? Oh,
And then...
one of the mercs. Yeah. Ooh, maybe it's another farm.
Oh, yeah, the bit at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whoa. All right. Mm-hmm. No longer groups of two, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But hey, you know,
All right. We got a side story to focus on here. Yeah. Oh, are they tracking him?
Maybe.
Oh no, they've already found him.
Okay.
They're just being careful. Yep, that's the gut sleep. Yep. Literally ignoring what he's saying.
Grabbed him by the hair. While they're distracted, he's gonna come kill them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Yep.
Yep. Those dumb fucks.
What's up?
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. Probably just likes what he hears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. This is literally what the...
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And, back at those times, it probably wasn't the Bible in its entirety. It's probably just like the Book of John or something, It is one of the Gospels, nice.
Yep.
I had never heard such bullshit. I was coming over there to beat your ass. Oh, he has to work the... Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. I love this little mini arc of time spent at Gramps' house.
But we know it's about to be like...
Yeah. Yeah. No, he was well enough to go on the farm every day.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Baka.
Yeah.
This is where the fairy tale ends.
Yeah. Yeah. You can hear a single rider.
Is that her brother, maybe? Or... What's she gonna say?
Wait, she recognized him? Oh, shit! Is that her brother or something? Like, her husband, or... He said he has to find her, remember?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, if he's her husband. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, you can't have him at the farm. He will kill Kettle.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I love it. That's gonna be juicy.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
we got ourselves a perfect little conundrum to solve here.
Yeah.
And all kinds of different characters' motivations to create this
Yep.
wonderful, like, petri dish of, like, ooh, whose motivation is going to win out here?
Yeah.
So we have Arneid and Gardar, who are estranged
couple
because of the fact that they were both sold into slavery, it seems.
Yep.
They were probably both part of some area that was conquered and then were sold thusly.
Right.
Now, given the case that Arneid is a very important slave to Kettle, and Gardar is also one that killed his master and sons and stuff like that.
Yep.
This is a very, very, very stacked against them situation.
Right. This is... And the fact that... I love that this is all happening while everything else is happening, right?
Right.
Because they don't know what's coming,
Nope.
right? So they're going to handle things differently.
Right.
The two guys will be like, no, I don't want have to share the reward with anybody else, And then, oh yeah,
They're debating about horses when in like 4 episodes they'll probably all be dead.
Right, exactly. And so,
or joining Canute as like we surrender.
Yep. And so one of them died, and that's already one less person that they'll have to defend the farm.
True.
Now, granted, they might not have been worth much in the grand scheme of things as far as defense goes, but who knows,
But no, every person
every
counts.
person counts.
Yep.
And so now there's this person here who has every reason to be like, nope, I'm killing as many of y'all as I
that
can.
get in my way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And because Snake and everybody also don't know the context, Snake is hired to defend the farm.
Right.
That includes keeping the slaves here. And not, right? Like, so... oh my God.
I just can't wait for them to subvert the image that we saw of Gardar in the beginning of the episode by showing him being so like viciously cold in the way that he was treating the family in there, because we could tell that clearly they were the master of the situation there, not just because of the way they talked, but just in the imagery of the way that he had the chain over his, his wrist and stuff, to where it's oh no, if he was just trying to steal food and stuff like that, he wouldn't care about burning the place or anything like that.
He broke his chains, and well, just in general, he was a slave that was kept in chains, right?
Right.
That's something that Thorfinn and Einar didn't have to deal with.
Yeah, that's not what I was focusing on. I was trying to focus on the fact that he was punishing them. Like, the idea that if you were a thief, you wouldn't burn the place, because there's literally no reason to do that.
Yep.
You just kill them, take their food, take their stuff, and leave. You have no reason to stick around. You have no reason to torture them by, like, intimidating them or anything like that.
Yep.
It's just do, done, go. And then it's oh no, this is very clearly a relationship that they knew each other.
Yep.
And not just
it was
that.
personal.
It was personal. It was not just you beat me or something like that, but it might be also no, you separated me and my wife, maybe. Even.
Oh, yeah, because I'm guessing what happened. While granted, the sellers could have separated them.
Sure.
You know,
Yes.
because maybe that is less complicated, especially from the standpoint of the people that might want to buy Arnheid, right? You don't want them to also buy the husband and have the husband cause trouble.
Right.
But I could see it being something where Ketil got Arnheid after he had already been bought, right? And so this one was the one that specifically, also did the separating and was like, I'll take you. You're strong. Yeah.
So, in this situation now that we find ourselves, Gardar is here.
Yep. He's got a sword. He's got a horse. He's pissed.
Well, yeah, he's got enough reason to want to stay and stuff, but the scary thing is not that he'll come here and end up killing more people. It's the idea that he might stay. Because right now, the story is focusing on the fact that Thorfinn has gone through this transformation, and we just had a little passage of scripture being read where, love your neighbor.
Love your enemies.
Well, yeah. Love your neighbor is what everyone knows, but also love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you, which is we started with no, take vengeance on those that persecuted you, because, fuck them. But, in this situation here, where Arnheid has maybe actually been treated rather well, for the most part, comparatively,
worse than
obviously.
Thorfinn and Einar, but certainly better than any of the slaves were probably treated on the farm that he came from. There's the possibility that they could be like, okay, settle down, let's talk about this. We can't let you take her for reasons, but you don't have to be on a vengeance quest here necessarily.
We don't have to kill you necessarily.
Right. But at the same time, once he talks to her and realizes her role, I would say he's certainly going to want to kill Ketil.
I think the complicated part here is, again, not whether they're going to kill him or whether he's going to kill any of them. It's about, like you're saying, that if he stays, if they convince him to, okay, we'll hide you. We'll basically, convince you to stay and stuff. I think Snake is actually a pretty good negotiator from the intelligence that he's shown thus far and his capability of reading.
And he's shown to know the context of what this guy would have been escaping from the other farm.
Exactly. So if he goes for no, so here's your deal.
As long as you don't cause trouble here.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
The idea that if you stop, I won't try to make sure that you end up dead, but you need to join my mercenary company. That way, you won't be looked at amongst the slaves of the farm or anything like that. Because they'll be looking for you amongst them rather than in my little garrison.
Sure.
And we rehabilitate tons of slaves or something like that.
Right. You've got aggression? I like it.
I like it. I know. I'll take you.
Yeah.
And that sets him up in a way for the story to use him later. But also it's a way for him to then keep an eye on Arnheid. But it's also a way for them to keep an eye on him so that he doesn't do anything foolish. Because we can't just tell him what Arnheid has been going through.
Right.
Obviously, Arnheid will tell him in her own time if she has the opportunity to.
Yep.
But we can't just give him everything he wants. So if we turn it into a negotiation, he actually, I think, would be more than happy to just switch farms, basically.
Well, and
if it was under
yes.
the context of
Right.
she'll be okay, I'll be okay,
And especially when
by extension,
Arnheid is maybe one of the people trying to convince him, because she also probably wants to leave this place, so that could complicate things. But she certainly doesn't want him to kill any of the people that are here.
or for him to die. Like, let's be
exactly.
real.
Yeah,
he's not going to win this fight.
No, no.
There is
No.
nothing that the story has shown thus far that he is any better than Snake. Snake by himself probably could kick his ass.
There was that part of me that wondered if, from a narrative standpoint, he was going to best Snake, and then that would be the worst situation for the farm, because then they come back and Snake's dead. You know?
Yes, that is a possibility.
But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. What I think is a bit more likely is that he's another badass that they'll be able to have on their side, so that way them not all being slaughtered is going to be a bit easier to narratively justify. And it also adds complications and stuff, so it's not too convenient of a development. Yeah.
Very, very, very fun stuff to leave us off with. But then the majority of the episode focusing on the fact that Sverkel is dying. And of all the people that this season has introduced as new characters, he might be my favorite. The way in which he has this nuance of being both the tsundere grandpa, which is a very classic, anime trope and stuff like that, but also specifically the kind master. Kettle is one that I think is he's a practical master, but he is not necessarily a kind one.
Okay.
He has some things about him that I would call to be put into question when he has a little bit more stress that he has to deal with. That's why I'm interested to see how he runs things once he knows that Canute is coming.
Sure.
But given that he's been prospering and all that, things he's allowed to kind of have that little bit of wiggle room. But with Sverkel, no, he's just a good guy. There's very little about him that is even remotely, I would say, touched by the evil that is owning slaves, basically. So he respects the people. He's already taught Thorfinn some things. I do not want him to die. I do not want him to pass away. He's been such a sweet guy in this story.
I do, because I don't want him to have to see all of the stuff that's gonna be coming.
Yeah, of course. That would suck. But
while I get the feeling what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna be, while the attack is happening, they're going to be like, oh shit, we need to also take care of Sverkel, and he's maybe slowing them down, Like how do you, okay, you're fighting and all that stuff, but then you also need to have somebody that's carrying the infirm grandpa, right?
I think I want, Canute to not take the farm, but realistically, there's things there and stuff like that. Obviously, he's going to die, but it's just the thing of where... I don't want this story to lose him, because he's probably one of the most compelling, precious, nuanced characters for someone to have a son like Kettle, disagree with Kettle on a majority of the things that they do with regards to running the farm, and yet is sitting here by himself, no slaves helping him. Like, literally, Einar and Thorfinn are a new addition to this whole environment here. He was doing all this by himself until they stumbled into his circle.
Yep.
And that tells you a lot. That tells you a whole lot.
Although, I would personally, the assumption that I've taken from it is less a question of his, decision of whether he thinks it's morally correct to own slaves in this society where that's pretty common. And it's more of I'm too proud, I gave everything to my son, that's all his shit, but I'm still going to work.
I think that's a deeper cut, honestly. I think that if Kettle is not letting him
not that he's
slaves. No, I'm not saying that's what you're saying. I'm saying that there's the third option here, which is that Kettle might just not allow him to have any slaves because of their disagreements and stuff.
Maybe. Yeah. I would say because of their disagreements, that's the only way I would say there's any potential evidence to support that. But right. I think that the more obvious solution is that it's just no. I handed over all my shit to you, right? But I still want to work, right? So I'm gonna have a farm that I'm gonna tend because
I got that. But then immediately upon seeing the two of them, he puts them to work. I don't think there's any pride associated.
Well, because
in that.
it's still been a lot of time, and he's gotten older, and
That's my point, though, is that that he probably did that for a long period
no,
of time.
right? But I don't think he. I think he handed the farm over to Kettle a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right. So time for maybe his pride to have, and maybe the heat with which the two of them, fought and stuff to have probably cooled down a bit and all that stuff. But that's not necessarily relevant.
I mean, we did see them fight in this season, and there was heat. It was still alive and well in that regard.
Heat or just like
they were yelling at each other.
Well,
yeah. I think if anything, like Sverkel is this kind of character where he's got a couple contradictions within him, and yet we get so much time to spend with him comparatively to characters of the main family of Kettle, whereas we don't actually spend as much time with them outside of their kind of their character's type of context, where Thorgil is involved with like soldiers and and fighting,
or Kettle is needing to like deal with Olmark, causing trouble,
or getting consoled by Arnaid.
Right, so it's definitely much more interesting focus that we get from Sverkel because it's closer tied to main characters.
Yeah,
but so now, but one of the other things that changes because of the events of this episode, is Einar, Arnaid's married, so.
Yeah.
Maybe staying here for her isn't the best idea. What does that change for you, right?
Yeah.
How does this alter things when and that's before all of the context of the farm's going to be under attack by a king, right? There's so much that's happening here. And I'm excited to see how it all plays out. And yet, this is just the tiffs before the real shit comes, Right. So,
yeah. Good setup episode.
Yes.
Gave us a lot of emotional context to why this is all not just going to matter for the sake of the farm, but for the sake of the characters, as Thorfinn has posed a very kind of interesting question to Einar, in that he's not revealing what his decision was with regards to Kettle's question, but he is kind of maybe waiting on Einar's answer to inform his.
Sure.
Because
it does affect it, probably.
It does affect it. And also the idea that he's like, oh, so you're serious about staying. And he's like, well, I've been a slave for so long, and I don't know.
I'm indecisive.
Yeah, I'm indecisive. Yeah. And Thorfinn kind of had that little bit of like, oh. Like, it is really interesting.
Right, it's not just cut and dry of, okay, cool, we can leave,
Right.
Yeah.
Thorfinn is very much, I think, for the most part, like okay, good, let's go. Like I wasn't wanting to stay here forever.
Right.
Like, if anything, maybe stay for a little bit, but work as retainers?
The difference between, this was a good 3 years, all things considered.
Yeah.
Right?
We're okay.
We're okay.
Yeah.
And we could continue to be okay here, but that doesn't mean that that's what you're wanting, right? Whereas with Einar's case, he was starting to see like potential futures, right? Where it's like, oh, I could see myself maybe setting down roots, Thorfinn, no, that he's gotten none of that so far, especially now that Sverkel is like on his way out, right? Because Sverkel would probably be the main person here he would have missed.
Yes. Yeah,
I still think he would have left, but yeah.
Yeah, I still think he would have left too. But yeah, and then we had that little reading of the scripture calling back to our priest buddy in season 1.
Yep.
But yeah, the idea that Thorfinn's absorbing this and coming into the whole concept again of alternative teachings to the typical...
The way of the soldier.
Yeah.
Warrior.
Nordic, Viking way of doing things. So, fun. I think that this personally lends to we bring Gardar into the mix.
Yes.
He ends up being a part of this. Arnaid has to try and manage the secret of her being used by Kettle.
Yep.
And again, this is a thing that's been a little bit of a a mixed thing there, but the show has tried to maybe be a little bit just kind of respectful to Arnaid, in that we haven't actually seen Kettle do anything horrible
Right.
to her. But there is implied the idea that she was maybe the one to console him beyond just, head pats. So it's
Different kind of head pats. Yeah,
of course. So
right.
now that
Yeah.
he's
Given the situation at the farm and how Kettle treats his slaves and how Arnheid acts, I get the feeling that the response she would have given wouldn't have been one of resistance but quiet compliance, basically.
yeah.
Because
what else is she supposed to do?
what else is she supposed to do? But also, if she had done anything more, realistically, I don't think Kettle would have done anything. Like, because he's like,
that's where I don't think Kettle's such a great person necessarily.
I mean,
that because if you take even the slightest little bit of a leap of what if that was the best example of what he could be doing with having her console him, which I think it is. It's pretty much that's pretty just chill. There's nothing abusive going on there.
I don't think Kettle has the he has such an aversion to hurting people. I don't think it would be possible really for him to get violent with her.
Yeah.
Like I just don't.
It depends on what you call violent then at that point.
Well, sure. Yeah, like of course the situation here is all sorts of fucked. But, taken from within the lens of what around what year is this? The 1000. Yeah. Like I think it's way more likely that the situation is that Arnheid went along with it because she's scared of what would happen and because I guess this is what I'm supposed to do because I'm a slave, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see because I get the feeling this is where we'll actually find out in detail because at some point, her husband's gonna find out.
Yeah.
Whether it's because she tells him or because whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, there are no little pseudo blondes running around in the farm as far as we can see. So
that is very true.
That is a good point. But there are ways of getting that whole thing. But really, really, really sweet episode to set us up for the spice next episode. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out my Persona 5 Royal Let's Play on Twitch. If any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.